Alright, guys, I have been needing to talk about this for quite some time. I can't avoid it. It's been something that has been on my chest for many years. It's time to finally address the elephant in the room. Let's go ahead and talk about Truxton. But first, this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Looking for a convenient way to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable? Look no further than HelloFresh. Get fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered to your doorstep. Try their latest fast and fresh line of meals with robust flavors and filling portions, ready in less than 15 minutes. One of my personal favorites is a seared steak and potatoes. Click the link below for a special limited time discount and free shipping. Join the #1 meal kit in America today and let your taste buds thank you. Oh, so you're still here? You want the scoop on Truxton? All right, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. You better buckle up because this classic shoot 'em up arcade game is an absolute blast from the past. Released back in 1988 by Toplan, it's been ported to various consoles like the Sega Genesis, the Mega Drive, the PC Engine, and even the TurboGrafx 16. In Truxton, you're in charge of a slick spaceship. I mean, this thing is like, puts the Millennium Falcon to shame. Flying through a bunch of levels loaded with enemy ships and obstacles. But the best part? The power-up system. As you progress through the game, you can upgrade your ship's weapons and abilities. Plus, you get a limited number of bombs to obliterate any pesky enemies that come your way. But let's be real. Truxton's not for the faint of heart. The boss battles are intense, and you've got to use lightning-fast reflexes and some serious strategic thinking to come out on top. And do not even get me started on the soundtrack. It's a rocking blend of techno and classic arcade sounds that'll keep you grooving along. It's exciting, and it's got that old-school charm that'll keep you coming back for more. Truxton's one of those games that you just can't help but fall in love with. As a classic shoot 'em up arcade game, it has all the hallmarks of the genre: fast-paced action, challenging gameplay, and a killer soundtrack. Speaking of the gameplay, let's just go ahead and start with that, right? Truxton is all about piloting your ship through a series of levels, dodging the obstacles, and blasting enemy ships out of the sky. What sets this game apart is the power-up system, which allows you to upgrade your ship's weapons and abilities as you progress through the game. It's incredibly satisfying to watch your ship evolve from a basic little flyer into a powerhouse of destruction. But as fun as the power-ups are, Truxton's still a challenging game. So don't you forget that. The boss battles are especially tough, and you gotta have lightning-fast reflexes and a solid strategy if you want to come out on top. Some of the bosses are so big and intimidating that it's hard not to feel a little bit intimidated yourself. But that's part of what makes Truxton so great. It's a game that really tests your skills and keeps you coming back for more. Again, like I mentioned, one thing that I really appreciate about Truxton is the soundtrack. It's a mix of techno and rock music, and it's just so darn catchy. I found myself humming the tunes long after I put the game down, and it really adds to the overall experience and makes the game feel even more epic. Of course, Truxton isn't perfect. What do you expect here? The graphics are a bit dated by today's standards, and some of the levels can feel a bit repetitive, but honestly, those are minor complaints. This is a game that stands the test of time, and it's still just as fun to play today as it was back in 1988. And what you've been seeing in this review is a game that was released on Steam. It's basically a re-release of Truxton that was sent to me for a review. In conclusion, Truxton is a classic arcade game that's well worth your time. It's challenging, it's exciting, and it's got a killer soundtrack that'll keep you grooving along. If you're a fan of the shoot 'em up genre, you owe it to yourself to give Truxton a try. It's a true classic that deserves all the love it can get. I love Truxton.